Caitlyn Clark just got sidelined in a way that makes zero sense, and the people calling her a media creation are completely missing the point. Everyone is saying she is overhyped or just lucky, but the numbers are telling us a story that is not what you think. Caitlyn Clark just got bodied on national television, and instead of defending her, the league went silent. Nobody is talking about the real reason why this is happening, and if you stay until the end of this video, you will find out why the media narrative is built on a half-truth. You will see the one statistic that changes everything about this controversy, and the real reason why what happens to Clark right now matters for the future of women's sports, because this is so much bigger than just basketball. Before we dive in, please note that everything you are about to hear is based on publicly available information, verified reports, and our own film and data analysis. This channel is not affiliated with Caitlyn Clark, the Indiana Fever, or the Women National Basketball Association. We are not here to take sides, but we are here to break down what the data actually says. All opinions expressed are for entertainment and informational purposes only, and we respect all players in this conversation. You have to understand that just a few months ago, every single game involving Caitlyn Clark felt like a must-see event. Tickets were gone in minutes, and prices were exploding, while cities were moving games into bigger arenas just to handle the demand. But now we are seeing something completely different. We are seeing the Indiana Fever posting more and pushing more than ever before just to sell tickets. Let that sink in for a moment, because the league is asking $900 per ticket. For that price, you can get better seats for the Men National Basketball Association playoffs. I have never seen this team beg more for ticket sales than I am seeing right now. The Fever are still putting up their social media posts about buying tickets, but they are getting swatted down by fans of Caitlyn Clark. Fans are saying they are not spending one penny of their hard-earned money to make the Fever franchise any money. They will buy Caitlyn Clark merchandise all day long, but they will not buy Fever merchandise or tickets because the team screwed this up by constantly ruining her brand and then begging people to come to the games. The Indiana Fever are struggling to sell out their season opener, and they are even struggling to sell season tickets. Caitlyn Clark has made it very clear that she wants to play, and she is ready to play. She said she is the person who does not want to sit out a single rep, and she wants to be in there every single time because she loves competing. But then you have Stephanie White making it very clear she is not going to have a superstar on this team. White says she wants to be smart and that Clark does not need every rep in practice because they want to continue to ramp her up. The front office is a disaster, and the only reason why people are watching this team is because of number 22. Fans remember how the team treated them last season by using her as a circus act just to increase attendance. Something has shifted, and if you have been paying attention over the past year, you can feel it, because this is not normal. This is about trust, because fans, especially Clark fans, do not just show up for games. They invest, and they travel, and they build the hype. They turned a struggling league into a national conversation, and they carried that momentum to levels we have never seen before. But now that same fan base is starting to hesitate, and when your most loyal supporters hesitate, you have a real problem. Stephanie White is saying they are going to load manage Caitlyn Clark, and that is where the frustration starts to boil over. They are saying they do not want to overload someone who is coming back from an injury, but Clark just played for United States of America basketball, and she looked great. Fans are saying if they try to use an old injury as a reason to limit her minutes, they are not going to win games. We are only 2 weeks away from the regular season, and there are still a lot of tickets available. Think about how fast things flipped from being sold out instantly to tickets just sitting there, not disappearing. That is why you are seeing this sudden surge in promotion, because when demand is real, you do not have to beg. You have Lynn Dunn tweeting at fans and calling them complainers, and when you start taking shots at the people who support you and reach into their wallets for you, they remember that. Stephanie White seems to believe that if there is a superstar on this team, it is Kelsey Mitchell and not Caitlyn Clark. Some fans flew to Indianapolis with friends and stayed in hotels across the street, only to find out their favorite players were not playing. They bought tickets early, and by August, the team was decimated. So now many fans want to see how the season goes before they commit. Fans are sending a message, and it is not just about not buying tickets. It is a statement that they are not happy with what they are seeing. A big part of that frustration is directed at the front office because of decisions that do not make sense and moves that do not align with building around the star player. There is a growing feeling that the one player who brought all this attention is not being treated like the centerpiece she clearly is. Caitlyn Clark did not just join the league, she changed the league by bringing record-breaking viewership and massive media attention. People who had never watched this league before suddenly cared not because of the league, but because of her, and that is not even debatable anymore. When fans feel like the star they showed up for is being misused or mismanaged, they do not just complain, they pull back. We were fortunate that she was able to get some gameplay, and she won the most valuable player at the qualifier after working incredibly hard. But the team is talking about guard depth and allowing players to ramp up in an appropriate fashion. One of the learnings from last year was that they do not want to play players 40 minutes every night. But Sophie Cunningham was only playing maybe 20 minutes a game, so those comments are strictly about Caitlyn Clark. Everything happening right now is sending the wrong signal, because instead of building around Clark, it feels like they are just experimenting, and fans do not want experiments. They want dominance. They want clarity, and they want to see the player they believe in put in the best possible position to succeed. What is happening right now is a silent protest, which is quieter and honestly more dangerous than a massive boycott announcement. Fans are simply choosing not to buy tickets and not to spend like they did before, and that kind of silent pullback is how momentum dies. This is a bigger problem than it looks, because the league does not have 10 superstars carrying equal weight. Right now, the spotlight is heavily tied to Caitlyn Clark, so when the team connected to her starts struggling to sell tickets, it sends a message about the entire league. If the biggest draw cannot consistently fill seats, what does that say about everything else? The general manager, Amber Cox, said they are going to be limiting playing time for Clark to build her up, but do you think Aja Wilson is about to be on some sort of minutes restriction? No, she is going to be going for another championship and another most valuable player, while these people are talking about limiting their best player. They are trying to justify signing all these guards and picking Raven Johnson. The pressure is now on the organization to answer why the same fans who showed up in massive numbers are now stepping back. If they do not figure that out quickly, this situation could get a lot worse, because this might be the first real sign that the momentum built around Clark is starting to crack. Fans do not just randomly stop buying tickets, something triggers it and builds up over time until people reach a point where they say they are good. The frustration has been building because of front office decisions that do not match what fans expected. When Clark came into the league, there was a very clear vision to build the team around her and let her run the offense while surrounding her with players that maximize her strengths. But instead, fans are seeing confusion and asking if these moves actually help her, or if they are just adding pieces without a real plan. When you bring in players who play the same role and do not complement her style, it creates tension on the court, and fans notice that. It is about building a system that works around your biggest star, and right now fans do not feel like that system exists. There is an identity problem because nobody knows if this is a fast-paced, high-scoring team or a defensive, focused team trying to slow things down. When a team does not have a clear identity, fans start losing confidence. They expected high-energy offense and deep shooting range with Clark controlling the tempo because that is what made her special. But if that is not what they are getting, then the experience changes and the urgency to buy tickets disappears. Stephanie White says they have an added advantage because she played games in March and has rhythm and timing, but they still want to be smart and ease her into it. A lot of fans are starting to feel like they were sold one thing, and now they are getting something else. Last year, there was hype and excitement, and fans believed this season would be different. But now, there is hesitation. Ticket sales are a reflection of belief, and right now, that belief is not as strong as it was. This situation affects everything, including television ratings and media coverage and sponsorship interest, because Clark is the biggest star they have. Fans are not asking for perfection, they are asking for alignment and to feel like the team knows what it is doing with its star player. When things feel messy or uncertain, people start pulling back, and those warning signs are already visible. The solution is not complicated, but it requires commitment to fully embrace Caitlyn Clark as the centerpiece and build a system that highlights her strengths. If they do that, this situation can flip fast because the interest is still there and the fan base has not disappeared. They are just waiting. Right now, this is a turning point where the team has to decide if they will lean into what made them relevant or keep drifting and risk losing that momentum. Fans have already made their move by stopping their spending, and now it is the team's turn to respond. If you look at the comments from the community, they are loud and clear. People are screaming to fire the coach because they think she is stupid for what she is doing. One fan said they would never go again, knowing she might not play at all. Others are calling for a boycott of the league, and the team saying they are being ripped off. There is a feeling that Stephanie White is out to sabotage the career of Caitlyn Clark. The administration is not listening to the fans, and they are warned that away games will sell out while home games will have empty seats. If the front office wants to sell tickets instantly, they need to fire the coach. Fans are saying that without number 22 playing a lot of minutes, they are simply not interested. They feel that the team is an inferior product without her. One fan even said they would not buy another ticket until she plays 35 minutes per game for 3 games in a row. The sentiment is that the front office is backwards in its thinking and they are going to lose money. There is a demand to hire a coach that respects Clark and how she plays. People are asking how the front office and coach can walk around with their heads stuck where they are. The fans are speaking up and saying it is Clark first or no season at all. They feel like it was a bait and switch because last year they were kept on the hook about when she might play and travel costs are too high for that kind of uncertainty. They want to see her play as a point guard and not a forward because White is not trustworthy in how she uses her. Even when she is not scoring, her assists are remarkable, and that is what excites people. The fan base feels that the team needs to be taught a lesson because Clark generates the majority of ticket sales, and if you mess with her, you are messing with her fans. One person said if they turn the game on and she does not have the ball in her hand, they will just turn it off. There is a plea for Clark to show everybody she wants to play and ask the fans to support her to burst this balloon. Fans are questioning why they would not play her when she is the best player in the league by far. Some say they will not spend a penny on the franchise and will only watch on television if she is playing point guard. They are load managing their own viewing by switching off if she is off the ball. People are sick of Stephanie White and say she is ruining the star. If she does not get more time, they will not watch. They have checked out and are no longer interested in the league or the team because they managed the female Michael Jordan poorly. They think it was a big mistake to draft Raven Johnson, and they doubt they will be watching in 2026 if the bad coach and bad management stay. They want her running the ball, and if she is not, they are not spending money. Fans want it to be her team and not some slow-off-the-ball game. They say the league is doing nothing to increase viewership, and if they mess with her, the fans will boycott. Some fans are so fed up they want her to demand a trade or go play in Europe where they might appreciate her more. They feel the league and the team have been using her like a cheerleader, while they knew she could not play at times, and they are tired of the disrespect from the refs. They say you bite the hand that feeds you, and you will go hungry and broke. There is a belief that she is the only draw, and if Stephanie White does not realize that she will be out of a job because money comes first in the end. Fans are telling others to save their money for when her Nike shoes are released instead of buying tickets now. They think the coach is full of ego and does not like a rookie telling her what to do. Some even say the coach hates risk-taking and sees Clark as a risk-taking machine, so she wants to keep the ball out of her hands. But Clark sees reasonable risk as a chance to win, and she loves to win. Without her, the team is only a little better than average, but with her, they made the playoffs after winning only 5 games in a previous season. Fans are calling for the owners to get engaged and put an end to this stupidity. They say boycotting is the only power the fans have, and they do not trust White or the front office. They think the commissioner and other coaches want to show they know better and want to destroy their cash cow. Some suggest that if she does not make the team better, they should trade her, but they know the league will not because she is the draw. There is a sense that the front office is living in a fantasy world and is being greedy with ticket prices. One fan called it a hot mess and asked why they are not overloading other players, but are restricting Clark. They say this will destroy the team back to where it was before she showed up. Fans are even suggesting creative ways to protest, like everyone getting up and going to the lobby when she is taken out of the game. They say this would get picked up by the media and show the impact. Others suggest wearing paper bags with the name White on them when she is benched. There is a feeling that the coach is trying to teach her how to pass, which is a joke considering her skills. They say nobody is going to spend a penny until the coach is replaced with someone who lets her run the team. Some fans are suggesting using a virtual private network to stream games so they are not counted in the official statistics. They want the league to feel the panic when the wallet is closed. While some fans say that not buying tickets will only hurt the team and deprive the players of cheers, others argue that the only way to get change is to stop the money flow. One fan drove 7 hours just for her and became a fan of the team, but feels the coaches do not know who they have in their hands. They hope they promote her the right way before it is too late. Some think the referees are also to blame for sabotaging the league. There is a theory that high salaries might bankrupt teams and lead to restructuring, which could be a setup for failure. Fans wonder if things would change immediately if White was fired and if hiring someone like Lisa Bluter would make sales skyrocket. They say the coach is too old school and will never change until she is sent packing. Management is criticized for not understanding business and just making stupid decisions. They think White is costing the organization money and is a terrible head coach. The league is accused of being subsidized by the men and therefore not caring enough about ticket sales. Fans are telling the team that if they want to sell out games, they need to show them that 22 will be on the floor directing play and dominating. They say the commissioner will lose her job if they do not promote the stars correctly. There is a feeling that the league is using her to get what they want, but it is a big mistake because she is in a league of her own. The front office is accused of catering to fans who did not care before she arrived. One fan said they are not even going to buy tickets for a high school gym if that is where they play because they will not be able to fill it. They say most fans are fans of number 22 and not the team or the league. There is a perception of hate for her success that is seen everywhere, even on the national team where she was benched. Some argue that fans are making a mistake by blaming the coach because Clark herself said she wants less responsibility for bringing up the ball. They say her shooting stats have been in a slump and she is a better passer anyway.